You don't have to prove anything to be worthy. That might sound simple, but for most of us, it's not how we're used to thinking. We grow up in a world that constantly ties our value to performance, good grades. You're smart, promotions, you're valuable, compliments, you're finally doing something right. The moment we stop achieving, though, the self-doubt creeps in. It's like we've been trained to believe that our worth is something that needs to be earned over and over again. Every day, every interaction, every task. But here's the truth. Worth isn't something you earn. It's something you already have. When you wake up in the morning, your mind may start running through a list. Things you didn't do yesterday, things you're anxious about today, people you feel like you're letting down. That internal voice tells you that you're behind, you're not doing enough, you need to catch up, be more, prove more. And without realizing it, you start the day on defense. You walk into conversations trying to win approval. You take on too much at work just to feel like you're pulling your weight. You over-explain yourself in relationships because deep down you fear not being seen as good enough. That's not living. That's surviving under pressure that you put on yourself. Now imagine starting the day differently. Imagine waking up, looking in the mirror, and reminding yourself, I don't have to prove anything to be worthy. That phrase is not about avoiding effort. It's not about being passive. It's about shifting your motivation from fear to freedom. You still work hard, but not because you're trying to deserve your spot. You work from a place of already knowing you belong. That mindset changes how you carry yourself. Think about the most confident people you've met. They're not loud or arrogant, they're grounded, they speak with clarity, they don't rush to fill silence or chase approval. That kind of quiet confidence often comes from people who understand their value doesn't fluctuate based on what others think. It's the same with you. You are not your productivity. You are not the mistakes you made last week. You are not the approval or disapproval of anyone else. You are a whole person worthy of respect, compassion, and peace, without having to prove it first. And this belief is not just nice sounding, it's practical. When you stop scrambling to prove your worth, you gain emotional energy. You stop wasting time on insecurity and start investing it in purpose. You show up more authentically. You speak with more clarity. You say no with more ease, and you say yes more intentionally. You make decisions from alignment, not anxiety. The world will always find ways to tell you that you need to do more to be enough. It will measure you in likes, titles, dollars, and deadlines. But you get to decide how you measure yourself. And when you start your morning with the reminder that you are already worthy, you reclaim your center. You stop letting the outside world dictate your internal peace. So say it clearly, say it daily, and mean it. I don't have to prove anything to be worthy. Let that truth settle in, and watch how it changes everything. What I focus on, I fuel. That simple truth shapes more of your day than you might realize. Every morning, your mind wakes up and starts scanning for what to pay attention to, what matters, what to worry about, what to expect. And whatever you choose to focus on, consciously or not, begins to grow. Your attention is like water to a plant. Wherever it lands, something starts to take root. If you focus on stress, you amplify it. If you fixate on everything that might go wrong, your body reacts with tension, your mind becomes cluttered, and suddenly you're living the worst case scenario before the day even begins. That's not because bad things are happening. It's because you're feeding fear with your focus. But the opposite is also true. If you choose to focus on what's possible, what's good, or even just what's in your control, you begin to feel stronger, calmer, and more clear-headed. The situation may not change immediately, but your energy does. And that shift in energy changes how you approach problems, how you talk to people, and how you handle the unexpected. This isn't about pretending that everything is fine. It's not about ignoring real struggles or bottling up emotion. It's about giving your limited attention to things that move you forward, not drag you down. It's about learning the difference between acknowledging a problem and feeding it. You can notice stress without becoming it. You can recognize a challenge without making it your identity. And every time you pull your focus away from fear and redirect it toward strength, you regain control of your mental and emotional space. Here's a real-world example. Let's say you have a tough meeting today. You can spend your morning focusing on everything that might go wrong, the people who might disagree with you, the fear of being judged, the possibility of failure. If that's your focus, you'll walk into the room already on edge, your tone will be defensive, your confidence will shrink. But what if instead you focused on what you can control, your preparation? Your presence, the fact that you've handled challenges before. Now you walk into that same meeting grounded, not rattled. That shift in focus fuels clarity, not chaos. Every day, your thoughts are choosing a direction. So you need to choose it first. This is why morning focus matters so much. Before the texts come in, before the emails, before the world starts pulling at your time and energy, you have a window to choose what you're going to fuel today. Are you going to fuel fear, insecurity, distraction, or are you going to fuel peace, purpose, focus? It takes practice. Your mind will want to wander, but you don't have to follow it. You can pause. You can redirect. You can say to yourself, this thought doesn't deserve my focus. It's not helping me grow. I'm going to feed something better. Because here's the truth. Your focus becomes your filter. Focus on negativity, and that's all you'll see. Focus on possibility, and doors start to appear. Focus on what matters, and the noise begins to fade. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or distracted, ask yourself one question. Asterisk, what am I fueling right now? Asterisk, and if you don't like the answer, change your focus. That choice is always yours. What you focus on, you fuel, and that makes all the difference. I've done hard things before. I can do this too. That sentence is a quiet kind of power. It doesn't shout. It doesn't need applause. But when you say it to yourself, especially in the middle of fear or uncertainty, it can shift everything. It reminds you of something your fear always tries to make you forget. Asterisk, asterisk, you've been through difficult moments before, and you're still standing. Asterisk, asterisk, see, fear has a short memory. It only sees the challenge in front of you. It exaggerates it, makes it seem bigger, heavier, more impossible than it really is. It whispers things like asterisk, you can't handle this, you're not ready, you don't have what it takes. Asterisk, but fear never takes the time to consider your history. It forgets the nights you couldn't sleep but still got up and faced the day. It forgets the uncomfortable conversations you had when your voice was shaking. It forgets the heartbreaks, the rejections, the long stretches of self-doubt, and how you pushed through anyway. You've done hard things, things that scared you, things that stretched you, things you didn't think you could survive at the time, but you did not always perfectly, not always gracefully, but you made it through. That track record matters. It's proof, and that proof becomes your foundation. So when a new challenge shows up, a job interview, a difficult decision, a personal setback, you don't have to start from zero. You get to stand on what you've already done. That's what confidence really is. Not the absence of fear, but the presence of reminders reminders of who you are and what you've already overcome. You've probably had days where you felt completely unsure of yourself, your abilities, your choices, your direction. We all have, but somehow you kept going. You made it to the next hour, the next day, the next chapter. That ability to endure, that's resilience, and it doesn't just disappear, it stays with you, it's built into you. So the next time you're facing something new and intimidating, you can say with calm certainty, this is tough, but it's not my first challenge. I've done hard things before. I can do this too. That mindset doesn't eliminate difficulty, but it gives you access to strength you already own. It turns fear into fuel. It gives you permission to move forward without needing to feel 100% ready. And here's the thing, nobody ever really feels completely ready. We all walk into new experiences carrying some uncertainty. The difference is whether you let that uncertainty freeze you, or whether you remember who you are and take the next step anyway. This kind of self-talk is not ego, it's evidence. You're not making things up to feel better. You're telling yourself the truth. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it believable. So when you feel like quitting or backing down or hiding, pause, breathe, then remind yourself, I've done hard things before, I can do this too. And not because this new challenge is easy, but because you are stronger than fear wants you to remember. You've already been the version of yourself who didn't know how things would turn out, but kept going. You've already surprised yourself before. You can do it again. That voice in your head that says, asterisk, you can't, asterisk. Make it finish the sentence. You can't, unless you try. You can't, unless you forget how far you've come. You can't, unless you stop believing in yourself. And you're not going to stop. You've done hard things before. You can do this too. Say it until you believe it. Then walk into the challenge like you already belong on the other side. Today, I lead myself first. Most of us wake up and immediately start reacting. We reach for our phones, scroll through messages, check notifications, maybe glance at the news or email, and just like that, our day starts with noise. Before we've even taken a breath, the outside world is already setting the tone. Our attention is hijacked. Our priorities become someone else's agenda. But what if you paused? What if, instead of being pulled in every direction, you led yourself first? That doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or isolating yourself. It means choosing to check in with yourself before checking in with everyone else. It means deciding asterisk how asterisk you want to show up, instead of letting the world decide it for you. That's what self-leadership looks like, and it starts the moment you wake up. When you lead yourself first, you give yourself permission to operate from intention, not reaction. You create a space where you ask, what do I need today? How do I want to feel today? What kind of energy do I want to bring into my conversations, my work, my relationships? Too often, we run through our days in survival mode. We say yes to things we don't mean. We get frustrated more quickly. We overextend ourselves. And by the end of the day, we wonder why we feel scattered, burnt out, or disconnected. It's not because the world is too chaotic. It's because we didn't center ourselves before stepping into it. Leading yourself first gives you that center. It gives you clarity before confusion, confidence before conflict. Think of it like a GPS. If you don't know where you're starting from, it's hard to know where to go. Taking even 5 quiet minutes in the morning to reflect, breathe, and listen to yourself, before the emails, before the kids, before the meetings, grounds you. It aligns you with what matters most. You stop being a passenger in your own day. And here's the powerful part. When you lead yourself first, you're asterisk better asterisk at leading others. You're more present in conversations. You're more patient with mistakes. You're more focused when things go sideways. Because you're not running on empty, you've already filled your own tank. This mindset also helps you set boundaries. When you lead yourself, you stop looking to other people for direction all the time. You stop waiting for permission to rest, to speak up, to take space. You understand that your time, your energy, your values asterisk, they matter. Asterisk, and when you honor them, you invite others to do the same. Leadership isn't a title. It's not reserved for people with authority or influence. It's a daily decision to show up with purpose, to own your choices, to take responsibility for your attitude, your reactions, your growth. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You'll have days when you lose your focus, when emotions take over, when you slip into reaction mode. That's okay. What matters is that you asterisk come back asterisk. You remember the intention, you reset. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't just let the world rush in. Pause, ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? What does leading asterisk me asterisk look like right now? Maybe it means slowing down. Maybe it means speaking up. Maybe it just means breathing before you respond. Whatever it is, own it, because the most powerful leaders don't control others. They lead themselves first, and that's where real strength begins. Speak with intention, not reaction. It sounds simple, but in the heat of the moment, it's one of the hardest things to do. We're emotional creatures. We react when we feel misunderstood, disrespected, or anxious. A single comment can trigger us, a look, a tone, a poorly worded text, and suddenly we're replying, defending, snapping back, or shutting down. We go on autopilot, saying things we don't mean or avoiding things we should say. But here's the thing, reaction is automatic, intention is a choice, and that one difference can change how your entire day unfolds. When you speak from reaction, you're letting your emotions lead without checking the facts. You're responding to the tone, not the truth. You're defending your ego, not expressing your values, and most of the time, you end up regretting it later because it didn't reflect who you really are. It just reflected what you felt in a split second. But when you speak with intention, you slow the moment down. You create a pause between what happens to you and how you respond. That pause is power. That pause is where maturity lives. It's where clarity begins, and no, It doesn't mean you become passive or quiet. Speaking with intention doesn't mean saying less. It means saying what asterisk matters asterisk. It means choosing your words based on what you want to asterisk create asterisk, not what you want to asterisk avoid asterisk. It means asking yourself before you speak, is this helpful? Is this true? Is this moving the conversation forward? Or just feeding the fire? We've all had moments where we blurt something out and wish we could rewind the tape. A harsh comment in an argument, a defensive tone in a meeting, a passive-aggressive remark in a text. Those words may feel good in the moment, but what do they build? What do they solve? Speaking with intention requires emotional discipline. It means being aware of your triggers and understanding the difference between a momentary emotion and a meaningful response. It means valuing peace over being right, respect over ego, connection over control. And it's not just about how you speak to others, it's also about how you speak to asterisk yourself asterisk, the way you talk to yourself in the mirror, in your head, in the quiet moments of self-doubt. It matters. Because if your internal voice is full of negativity, shame, or criticism, then your external voice will carry that same tone. It will leak out in your relationships, your leadership, and your confidence. So start there. In the morning, speak with intention to asterisk yourself asterisk first. Replace I'm not good enough with I'm still growing. Replace I can't do this with I've done hard things before. That language shift creates a mindset shift. And that mindset shift changes how you interact with the world. Throughout your day, you're going to be tested. People will challenge your boundaries. Life will throw curveballs. But every single time, you get to choose, will I react in frustration? Or will I respond with clarity? Speaking with intention doesn't mean you'll never get upset. It means you don't let that upset do the talking. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Present enough to pause, reflect, and respond in a way that matches your values, not just your mood. Because at the end of the day, your words carry weight. They build or they break. They connect or they divide. And when you choose them with intention, they become tools, not weapons. So the next time you feel triggered, pressured, or unsure, breathe. Then speak like it matters, because it does.